has been going for some different characters, and it looks like Wolf is going to be one of those. So it's not going to be a Jigglypuff versus Chrom, it's going to be a Jigglypuff versus Wolf. So Lancelot, I have heard that he has been working on this Wolf for quite a while. I've never actually properly seen it in action myself, but of course Lancelot with any character is going to be doing quite well for himself. Yeah, Lancelot doing really nice, keeping the space out. This Jigglypuff, this very light character, F-tilt back air is going to kill quite early. We're pretty much already at kill percent. F-tilt on the ledge, and back air pretty much from anywhere is going to be killing. And Kass hasn't really got anything, gets a parry into a grab there. And a really nicely spaced F-tilt. Yeah, Puff is one of those characters that doesn't have like one of those up Bs, traditional up Bs, so sort of easier to get a 2-frame. Not really, since it's easier for Puff to mix up the timing, but just the 2-frame in and of itself is easier, so because you can just see the Puff coming. There's like no hitbox in front of the ledge grab. Of course, you can use Sing to grab the ledge, but it's not exactly optimal, especially against a character like Wolf with that F-tilt, for example, having some disjointed hitboxes. Missing a tech there as Lancelot, not something you want to do with against Jigglypuff, but us not actually covering it, went for a dash attack that whiffed. Us, interestingly enough, goes for the Sing option there, not going to catch it. Yeah, Kass is bringing it back a little bit, getting some nice edge guarding here. Wolf, not exactly a character with a predictable recovery, but it's not that long, and it's somewhat linear. Lancelot doing the same to Kass. Kass actually out of jumps. That is a rare sight. Jigglypuff out of jumps. She has like 50 of them, but 50 is eventually gonna run out, so yeah, it's a really tough spot for Kass. He needs to get a kill pretty quickly. You don't want to get too aggressive against a Wolf off stage. You can do some stuff. That side B is gonna kill you. It does have a spike hitbox. Yeah, Kass hoping to get some 2-frames there, but really, again, you don't want to be in front of the hitbox. You sort of want to land, predict the timing, and Lancelot really good at mixing up his timings there. So, not exactly ideal situation for Kass. And finally, one of those strong hits on Nair is going to take a stock. But once again, 2 stocks to 1. Not looking too good for our balloon. Lancelot doing really well spacing. Jigglypuff doesn't really have like disjointed hitboxes. Like Pound is decent, and back air has a bit of a disjoint, and it's kind of fast. But compared to Wolf, who has those like effects going on, and those have like hitboxes. Oh, but there it is. That's gonna be gonna go for the rest. I'm not sure if that is gonna go unpunished. Actually going for a grab there could have been an up smash, but not choosing to risk it. And even stocks for Kass here, getting a forward throw. So Kass bringing it back slowly, but that Wolf up smash scoops from way downtown, and Lancelot is going to be taking the first game. Bit of a nail biter at the end there. But, Lancelot, yeah, does take it at the end. If Kass had gone for a little more of those jab lock setups, he had a few opportunities. Once earlier, and he might have had one at the last stock there as well. Maybe not one that could have killed, but that game was a lot more even than it looked. As Jigglypuff is one of those very volatile glass cannon characters. So let's see how this goes. stage of choice is going to be Battlefield. So, Battlefield has the ledges a little further away from the stage than in Pokemon Stadium, which probably will serve nicely for Puff. Not exactly sure what the implications of that are, but these extra platforms are going to allow for some sing setups, which are good for Jigglypuff. And you generally have more aerial space to work around with, since those platforms do allow you to reset your jumps. So there is some stuff going here for Jigglypuff, but I mean, Wolf, such a versatile character, can really do so much on any stage, so it's really up to Kass to try to get this game plan going. But I mean, already doing better for himself than in the first game. Lancelot pretty much had a close to 0 to death there in that first game, so Kass not having his stock taken yet. Still good. A bit of a mix on that DI. You might have wanted to go a bit more into the corner. You might have lived as Kass, but that's a pretty tough call to make. And Lancelot is going to be taking that first stock. And lots of damage already, 49%, just from some stray hits and combos. Wolf managed to get is one of those characters where a lot of your sort of regular neutral moves will lead into a lot of damage. Down throw will lead into a dash attack. Forward air can lead into other forward airs, even up airs. You can do a lot of stuff. Neutral air will lead into everything. So even against a light character like Puff, all of those stuff will hit. So floaty, light Jigglypuff will take a lot of damage and die early. Not exactly the ideal matchup here. Seeming to be really troublesome. Lancelot doing really well for himself, picking Wolf here. And yeah, once again, that back throw. Kass did really DI it correctly this time, but you have that rage and a lot of percent on super light Jigglypuff, and it's not going to be enough. Kass was hoping to get that F smash sort of like 2-frame, not exactly 2-frame, but catch out the landing on the side B, but a little too late on that. Lancelot, he can get be a little more, how would I say it? Go a lot more with these fishing up smashes now. These 3 stocks in the lead, and he's going to be hitting one of those, even though Kass takes the stock, unless Kass gets a really nice rest setup, which Lancelot will definitely be ready for. Just a scoop up smash, F tilt, back air will seal the deal, so looking really tough for Kass to make this comeback. And such a stable character like Wolf. So many setups to take you out. And yep, Nair out shield, not going to do it just yet. Nair, not the strongest move. I was surprised that that seemed to have killed there. And yeah, back throw, it is strong, but not going to kill from the opposite side of the stage. And yeah, that neutral air is going to do it. That's going to go back to Battlefield. He did seem to be doing decently. It felt better than in the first game, even though the stocks didn't necessarily reflect that. You just didn't have to get those tech chase setups that you sort of want to get. But in any case, Lancelot gets 33% from, I believe that was either a straight nair or forward air, and just racking on that damage. Forward air to up air, and what's Jigglypuff pretty much a kill percent now. Up smash is going to kill at 94. Pretty sure. Yep, Lancelot already going for that F smash. Wolf F smash, very strong move and has some decent frame data, but not a lot of range. So, against a small character like Puff with a lot of floaty properties, not going to really be hitting those F smashes. But that up smash, that scoops. And Lancelot is going to be taking the first stock, going for some interesting stuff with the down air, hoping to catch like 3 of those in order to get all of Kass's jumps, but of course that's not going to work out, and Kass does make it back. Not suffering much. Admirable effort from Lancelot there, going for that down air there. Yeah, Lancelot. He's just spacing so well. Like, Jigglypuff is a really hard character to just sort of space properly against. Like, that's the one thing you need to do against her, and it's kind of hard. Because she's just small and floaty and has really good airspeed. But Lancelot just spacing perfectly, regardless. And as a result of that, it's a really tough game for Kass. Kass is going to have to mix up his timings, maybe overshoot a little more. Lancelot spacing really nicely. Yeah, going for a dash attack, a nice burst option. Kass has the right idea there, but too little, too late, maybe. Lancelot, he's dash dancing right outside of Kass's range, hoping that Kass will go for some kind of desperate move. You have to go for these overshoots as Jigglypuff, which it's not something you want to do as a Jigglypuff. You want to sort of like stay back and go for those setups, and you don't necessarily want to approach as this character. But it's what you have to do. And once again, Rage is a mechanic that exists in this game. It is a mechanic that exists in this game, and even though in the last game we saw that back throw did not kill at 170, but this time it did at 160 from the same spot. And yeah, that 3 stocks, 140, it's very powerful for the winning player there. Kass does get a straight up tilt to take the stock. Probably quite the rare finisher there for a Jigglypuff, but it's going to do the trick. Really nice rest setup there from Kass. Getting the perfect tech chase, up tilt, rest. That was incredible. That was actually incredible. Kass back in the game suddenly. Ooh, down air, that could have been something. Lancelot does manage to SDI it though. And yeah, you can't be pounding your opponent's shield that close. Lancelot getting the spacing just right, and Kass, not the correct decision to go for that pound there, and Lancelot is going to be taking the set 3-0.